What's up everyone, it's Mark from SilencedTech and today we're building another PC, but this time I've made it completely black. Well, almost, as I've added some white around the fans. Also, is it classed as a non-RGB build, as I couldn't bring myself to turn off the LED lights on my DDR5. Regardless, this build is absolutely insane. It's kitted with an RTX 5080, an AMD Ryzen 7 9700X and loads of 140mm Noctua Chromax fans. And all that's housed inside an Unreal case from HAVN, their HS420. Let's check it out. Starting off with the HAVN HS420 case, building inside of it has been a lot of fun, although it's certainly not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I love the look of the panoramic glass wrapped around the front and side. It creates a real premium look. From the front you can look straight into the case, so your cable management game better be on point. There's a shroud at the bottom that can house up to 3 140mm fans. The fans I decided to use in this build are by Noctua. It's their NF-A14 PWM Chromax. Included are these anti-vibration pads and they come in several colour options. I went with white to showcase them, but I might just change them to black soon. I was going to side mount my GPU as well, as the fans match the Noctua ones, but I really wanted to have the 5080's LCD display on show. I prefer the GPU mounted like this, OG style, and it looks really good without any RGB on at all. Overall, the fans and the GPU I feel match really well. One big drawback to these fans from Noctua is they don't do a reverse blade addition. Just for the look of this PC I have them all set to exhaust here, as turned around they ruin the look of the build a little. But don't ever mount your fans like this, put your fans closest to the motherboard as intake. Cooling my CPU is a TRYX Panorama SE 360 ARGB AIO. It has a 6.67 inch curved screen that goes so well with HAVN's panoramic tempered glass panel. The TRYX L-shaped AMOLED screen is razor sharp and it produces excellent colours and can run up to 60Hz. The unit has a quad-core CPU and 2GB of RAM, allowing the screen to run independently, causing zero performance impact on my system. I love this idea. Every part I test these days seems to take over my system resources just to change a single RGB light. My only negative is a shame TRYX don't make a 420mm version. It would have sat nicer in this case. The cooler comes with 3 120mm fans that I didn't use in this build as they all have RGB and it wouldn't match. The software has some great customization options and I found it easy to add any image or video I wanted to put on the screen. You can use their software to record your own footage as well. I added my GPU and CPU temps to the display. Now I will never have to use a river tuner ever again. For my motherboard, I went with an X870E AORUS Elite Wi-Fi 7 with support for AMD Ryzen 7, 8 and 9 series processors. It can hold up to 4 M.2 NVMe SSDs and the board easily overclocked my DDR5 no trouble at all. There's even a PCIe latch button, which is a really cool feature. As for the GPU, I went with an AORUS RTX 5080 Master from Gigabyte. It only has 16GB of GDDR7 memory, but it doesn't seem to matter in most games. I love the look of this card and how it really fills up a case, taking up 3 PCIe slots and measuring 360mm in length. Playing Battlefield 6, I need to put DLSS on performance and every setting on low to get anywhere near maxing out my 4K OLED's 240Hz refresh rate, and for the money, honestly, the 5080's return on investment isn't great. For my RAM, I went with 32GB of G.Skill Trident Z5 Neo, and I have two 16GB sticks running at 6K MHz via XMP. So far it's been set and forget. The latency improvement going from DDR4 was huge. The increase in speeds has had a massive impact on Windows 11 and games feel much more responsive now. I haven't looked back, highly recommended. G.Skill software brings RGB customization to another level and you can change every LED on each module, but I just left mine on white for now. To store all my games, I added a single Biwin Black Opal 2TB Gen 4 M.2. Most game installation files seem way over 100GB these days, so this Biwin SSD will really help with that. It boasts speeds up to 7400 MB per second, which means faster boot times while I'm trying to get into my favourite game. A nice touch I've added are these extension cables by Easy DIY Fab. The grey in the middle of the cables match my GPU and motherboard really well. Lastly, the PSU I chose is the super compact ASRock Steel Legend 1200 watt PSU. It's 80+ gold certified, fully modular, and it features a silent 135mm fan that only spins under heavy load. The 1200 watts is total overkill for a build like this, but it means cleaner power delivery, less strain, and plenty of room for future GPU upgrades. I love how compact it is, the cables are good quality, and I found managing the cables around the case a breeze. Right, let's talk performance. Starting with the Ryzen 7 9700X paired with a TRYX Panorama AIO, the temps are insanely good. During gaming loads, the CPU averages at around 61 to 65 degrees Celsius, and under a full stress test like Cinebench, it peaks around 72 degrees Celsius max. I have my CPU at stock settings and it pushes well over 5 GHz. The 8-core CPU delivers performance that doesn't bottleneck my GPU at 1440p, and it can easily cap out my 1440p 300Hz monitor. The Noctua 120mm fans cooling the radiator are just perfect honestly. They run so smooth and they have hardly any vibration at all. Here's a noise test of them under full load. So the 140mm fans run at around 900 RPM most of the time, although I have the 3 next to the motherboard set as intake. I put the bottom rear fan on as low RPM as there's too many in this case set as exhaust. I would be much happier if Noctua made some reverse fan blades. These fans have some of the highest static pressure in the world and it shows. They maintain strong airflow while keeping whisper quiet. Here's a noise test of all the fans under full load while playing Battlefield 6. All the fans are plugged directly into the motherboard via several fan hubs. Okay, but what about looks? The HS420 has been on my radar for a while, as soon as I saw it online. Now it's finally built, I can say it lives up to the hype. The Noctua fans and the TRYX cooler look like they were made for this case in mind. I'm really glad I didn't install RGB fans, it would have ruined the professional look this case gives off. Having a screen on not only my GPU, but the huge TRYX display covering my CPU mitigates the need for bright LEDs a little. I love LED lighting as long as it's done right, and I would love to add some plain white LEDs eventually inside this case, just so I can see the components a bit better. With that said, building this PC has changed my opinion on what looks good and what doesn't. Is RGB being used by companies too much these days? A cop-out to distract you from a product that wouldn't look good otherwise? Regardless, I love static LEDs in various colours, but I will admit I've fully gotten over my RGB phase quite some time ago actually. I mainly used it in my videos because I guess that's just what everyone liked. I see that opinions are definitely starting to change now though. Right everyone, let me know in the comments what part of this build stood out to you the most, the GPU, the cooler, or maybe even the case. I really hope you've enjoyed this build. Hit the likes, subscribe, and stay tuned for more custom rigs and benchmark breakdowns. I have plenty of cases and components here, so expect more epic PC builds like this coming up on the channel very soon. My name's Mark from SilencedTech. Goodbye.